Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to our channel. My name is Brittany. I'm so happy to have you here. I thought today we'd do a little bit, sit down a little bit, coffee chat. I'm drinking coffee out of my cute little Olaf mug. He's so cute. It's also like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but I thought this video would be done a lot better, kind of like having coffee, chilling, and talking. So if you can tell from the title, today we're going to be talking about my newfound fitness journey, kind of where I'm directing that part of my life, why I'm doing that, and yeah, just kind of wanted to share it with you. Again, this is not me trying to say this is what you should do in any way, shape, or form. This is just what I'm doing for myself, and I just thought I would share it with you guys because I like finding out information from other people, so I thought maybe you guys would enjoy as well. So let's just jump right on into it. So I've actually tried to come on to my channel and talk about this quite a few times before, about like my past with like fitness and health and kind of my transition now and what I'm trying to do. So a little bit of background, probably I would say definitely for at least the last 2 years, maybe even a little bit longer than that. I think I've definitely suffered with a little bit of orthorexia. If you guys want to know about my like orthorexia story, I can make a separate video, just let me know. But essentially what orthorexia is it's an eating disorder where you're so focused on healthy and consuming healthy foods and, you know, working out that it becomes obsessive and very unhealthy patterns. I think that's definitely what I did. I was so focused on everything that went into my body had to be like unprocessed whole foods, like all natural as much as possible, and all the crazy stuff. So this started, I think I've kind of always felt this way for most of my life, at least, you know, like my teenage years and then into my adult life. But I would say probably right around the time of my wedding, I think is when I really started learning about health. And then I started becoming really obsessive about my own health. So started with good intentions, but I think it definitely made it into an unhealthy pattern. And nothing crazy. I did lose probably about 5 pounds right before my wedding, and I stayed around that weight for the last 2 years. And I cared about what I ate, like I said, but it was never to the point where like I restricted myself like crazy or like anything like that. But now where I'm at now and the stuff that I have learned more about health, you know, you learn more stuff every year. Through the stuff that I've learned, I think that I've really learned that I wasn't fueling my body in a way that it needed. So at the time I really thought that I was being healthy. You know, I was at a really skinny weight. I've always been small my whole life. But like I said, I was 5 pounds lighter than I was in high school. So I was like, oh yeah, like I'm skinny and I'm working out. Like I'm really focused on eating really healthy foods and everything like that. And so at the time I thought that I was really healthy and doing really good things for my body. But now from what I've learned, I really think that I was doing a lot of harm to my body. Before I go any further in this video, I want to state that there are 2 main YouTubers who have kind of inspired and educated me a lot and made me look even more into education on this topic. So the first one is Abby Sharp. She is a dietitian and she has a lot of knowledge and information about food and really like fueling your body. So I definitely recommend her channel. I'll link both of these down below. The second one, which I'm sure you guys have probably heard about, is Stephanie Buttermore. And she is a fitness YouTuber who just did her 1 year of all-in process, essentially eating as many calories as she needed to feel satisfied. And, you know, she gained weight through that process. And I definitely recommend checking out her journey. Like I said, I'll link her channel down below. But so finding these 2 and then really delving into this research, I learned that what I thought was healthy foods that I was putting into my body was actually just kind of malnourishing my body. So I've never been a person who was afraid of carbs. I do eat a lot of bread and things like that. I've never thought carbs make you fat. They actually make me full. And so I ate a lot of carbs and I ate a lot of vegetables and fruit. I, however, did not incorporate a lot of protein into my diet. So, or fats. I didn't structure well-rounded, balanced meals. And I also ate fairly small meals. I had like a banana for breakfast and then like maybe a tuna sandwich for lunch. And, you know, I didn't track calories. I wasn't like obsessive in that way. But I think that I had eaten so little over time that I didn't feel like I needed that many calories. And now that I've actually started this journey, I realized that I probably was eating less than 1,000 calories a day, which is not healthy for you in any way, shape, or form. So essentially what I've kind of have decided to do for myself on this like fitness journey is incorporate protein, healthy fats, healthy carbs into almost every single meal that I eat, and me eat more structured, constructed, well-balanced meals. So I think through the information that I've learned through research and things, you need protein in order to build muscle. I've been working out my entire adult life pretty much, and I've seen pretty minimal to none results, basically because I wasn't feeding my body what it needed to build muscle. You know, I was working out and probably losing, you know, sustaining my weight, burning calories, but I wasn't getting any of the muscle tone that I wanted, because your body needs those micronutrients and those macronutrients. You need protein, and I wasn't incorporating enough protein into my diet consistently throughout the day in order to get that. So the first thing I wanted to do was up my protein and try to get it into all 3 of my meals. So really paying attention to macros. I'm not tracking macros, I will say that. I'm not tracking macros. I have an idea on what foods are heavy in fat, in protein, and in carbs, and I'm trying to, you know, vary those out throughout all my meals. But I'm not tracking like I need to have X amount of carbs or X amount of protein. I'm really just trying to up what I've been consuming. And again, going along with that is having healthy fats. So through this, I've been doing a lot of cooking. My husband, Jason, loves it because I've been making breakfasts and lunches all the time, which I didn't really do before. And so some of the meals that I've like been loving are really good, filling, nutritious meals. For instance, I make what are called fajita bowls for lunch very frequently. And essentially it's rice, beans, corn, chicken. We do lean, all natural chicken. Avocado, almost like guacamole. Avocado, sour cream, a little bit of cheese. And I think that's it. And again, all balanced, has a lot of veggies in there, has a lot of protein, a lot of carbs, a lot of healthy fats with the avocado. It's just a really balanced, a lot of fiber with the beans and the corn. Just a very well-balanced meal. And it's really delicious. It's really filling. I eat that for lunch and I'm pretty much good till dinner, which is something I didn't feel before. And that meal itself is 200, 300 calories. Again, not tracking calories, but, you know, just showing that I really should be making meals that are like that are diverse and have all this sustenance in them that I wasn't eating before. So upping my fats, upping my proteins. Healthy fats are a little bit harder, I feel like, to incorporate. At least for me. I mean, I know avocados have really healthy fats. If you have anything that you put in like every dish that has healthy fats in it, let me know. I've been putting avocados with my tuna, with my fajita bowls, all that sort of stuff. But I think breakfast is a little bit harder for me to incorporate healthy fats into. Although I have been doing a lot of hard-boiled eggs, and that has some healthy fats in the yolk. But so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of what I've been doing. Again, through that, I've been doing a lot of cooking. I've been making bigger, more sustainable, substantial meals, and honestly been eating a lot more. I still probably not eating the calorie recommendation that I should be, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Work in progress. Right now I'm probably eating between 1,200 and 1,500 calories a day, which for my age and my activity level is probably still too low. But right now, for the most part, I'm full consistently throughout the day. I'm trying to up my calories a little bit, but also not make myself feel stuffed. So the other thing I want to touch on in this video is treats. So I think that one thing that is commonly known about when you're restricting or dieting or anything like that is binges. Typically people feel this need to binge, whether that's with cheat days or just like binge nights where they can't control themselves. And I felt this to some degree. I feel like I'd have days where all I wanted was like all the cakes. You know, I felt like I had no self-control. I was never full. Like I was always hungry. Again, this wasn't every day. It was pretty rare for me, but I definitely felt that. And for most of my life, I've just let myself have a cookie. I didn't treat it as a bad food. I just let myself have the cookie or the cupcake because life's short. Why not? And it didn't affect my weight, so why did I care? And then I started really trying to cut back on sugar to try to be healthier. So now I'm at a point where I would like to decrease the sugar that I'm having for health reasons. However, I'm also not just going to cut sweets out because I know that doesn't work. I know that I will just end up eating a whole box of Oreos or something like that. So instead, right now, I'm allowing myself to have one sweet treat a day, typically for dessert, because most people, like myself included, like to have a dessert, something sweet to end the night with. It's like a cultural thing, I think. But yeah, I'm definitely that person. So I allow myself to have one sweet a day. And typically for dessert, and I just, eat it. I don't feel guilty about it, and that's it. I am trying to do a little bit healthier sweets. So like I'll have maybe half of like one of those giant cookies. Jason and I'll split it or something. Or I've been making banana peanut butter chocolate chip muffins. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that. And those are delicious. They're sweet, like they satisfy my sweet tooth, but they're really healthy. So all those things in moderation. And I think at some point I'd like to decrease to maybe every other day or something like that. Again, just to have a little bit less sugar in my diet, because sugar is not the best for our bodies. Our bodies need it, but in excess is not the best, as we all know. So that's where I'm at. That's kind of my goal. So I would kind of classify myself as going in on this journey of being more intuitive with my eating, really listening to my body, eating when I'm hungry. That's the other thing I've been trying to do, is not starve myself throughout the day, but really eating when I'm hungry, stopping when I'm full, not stuffing myself either. Two sides to that coin. Really listening to my hunger cues and my body and what it wants. And then which is called intuitive eating. Again, I recommend looking into intuitive eating. I think intuitive eating can help and work for so many people. Not trying to tell you what to do, but I just think, research all different types of things if you're looking to change your diet up a little bit. And intuitive eating is a great thing. Abby Sharp, again, like I mentioned, talks a lot about intuitive eating, and I would definitely recommend her videos. But yeah, so I'm trying to do more of my style of intuitive eating, listening to my body. And I feel like before, when I was 5 pounds lighter, I don't want to sound like when I was 5 pounds lighter, because I have gained 5 pounds. Sorry, I guess I should address that as well. So I have gained 5 pounds. We'll come back to that at the end of the video. But when I was 5 pounds lighter, I don't want it to seem like I was unhealthy. I wasn't. It wasn't like I was this crazy skinny, unhealthy weight. I was fine. But even at that point, I kind of there was a point I can vividly remember really eating intuitively. It's not a new concept to me. I ate when I was hungry, I stopped when I was full, and my body would really tell me what it needed. I would really crave vegetables, or I would really crave carbs. And if I was really craving carbs, it wasn't because I just really wanted French fries. It was because my body was telling me I needed carbs. But I think then after that period of time, because I remember even being at Disneyland. Obviously I go to Disneyland a lot, but 2 times I can remember being at Disneyland. And the first is, Jason was like, oh, what do you want to have for dinner? And I was like, I really just want a salad. Honestly, I feel like I had a burger last night. I had chicken fingers for lunch or whatever it was. And my body is just really telling me it needs vegetables. Like, I want a salad. Get me a salad. It's the only thing that sounds good to me right now. And then I can remember a second incident. What is that word? We'll stick with incident. Where Jason was hungry. It was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Jason was hungry and wanted to get lunch, and I just really wasn't hungry. And so I was like, babe, like, I'll sit with you. You can eat, like, wherever you want. But I'm just not going to get anything. Like, I'm not hungry. I think in a couple hours I can have a snack, and then I'll be good till dinner. I'm just not that hungry today. And so that's what I did. And he sat there, he ate his burger or whatever it was, and I was content. I didn't obsess over food at that point. But I think from there, it became very obsessive. Again, if you want a whole story about this, I can make a separate video. But I think then it became very obsessive about trying to lose even more weight. And that's when I really messed up my body and I wasn't listening to what it needed. So right now, by eating more and really making well-rounded food, well-rounded dishes, I think I'm trying to get back in tune with my body on when it's hungry, what it needs, and like what I'm putting into it, type of thing. If it needs vegetables, and I'm gonna crave vegetables, right? And I need to listen to that. Same thing with sugar. Your body can crave so many different things, and I feel like at that point I was happier. I wasn't obsessing over food, and this is in part to try to get back to that place. So, and that kind of is something that Stephanie talks about on her channel with going all in, is really like getting back, like regulating your hunger cues and stuff. So I think that's kind of where I'm at. So where this all started, why I decided to go on this journey. When quarantine started, I really changed up my workout routine. And through doing that, I think that I gained a lot of muscle. But that made the scale go up. I gained about 5 pounds. And for some reason, I was so upset about that. So upset. Which is crazy. But I didn't want to gain 5 pounds. And so I started doing all this research and trying to find out like what I could do differently and still be healthy, right? And that's how I came across all these different ideas. And through all of that, I've kind of learned that I think that I messed up my metabolism in my body a little bit. And I wasn't really being healthy. I was actually kind of being the opposite. And that is something hard for me to accept, is what I thought was healthy and what was keeping me really lean and skinny was actually damaging to my body. And maybe being 5 pounds heavier was healthier. It's such a weird concept because I feel like nowadays weight loss and, what back in the day would be considered diet culture is now like disguised with this whole like health culture. And so you definitely think that in order to be healthy, not even just be attractive, but to be healthy, you have to be skinny. You have to be this low number, and gaining 5 pounds means you're less healthy. And I was kind of like through all this research realizing that maybe that's not true. Maybe me being 5 pounds lighter like actually messed up my body, messed up my metabolism, messed up my hunger cues. And then when I really started figuring out how many calories I was eating and realizing that I wasn't eating enough protein, I wasn't eating enough healthy fats, that I honestly probably was a lot more unhealthy than I seemed, even though to me, I thought I was being so healthy. And that was something hard for me to come to terms with, but also very inspiring to make these changes in hopes that it worked. So I will say that part of going on this journey was that I have to learn to be okay with my body gaining weight. That the scale going up does not reflect my health. That there are other things I need to look at than my body growing that are actually making me healthier now, if that makes any sense. So, for instance, if you do research, there's, women who are at a very low body fat percentage, which I was, and I don't want to say this wrong. I'll put the name right here on the screen. It starts with an A and I can't think of it, but it's this disease that a lot of like fitness people and a lot of bodybuilders and stuff have, people with anorexia and stuff like that have, is women who are at a very low body fat percentage can develop symptoms of being continuously cold and low energy, lethargic, can lose their period, become very infertile, and being at a low body fat percentage makes it really hard to get pregnant. Now, I will say, Jason and I are not trying to have a baby right now, but that is something we obviously want in the future. And when I realized this, that being at which I should state, so this disease, I think it's classified as a disease. I hope so. I don't want to. I'm not a scientist or a doctor. I'm so sorry. But this starts at women who typically have a BMI of 19 and below. And at the body weight that I was at, 5 pounds lighter, I was at a 19% BMI. And I still have my period. I've been on birth control for years and years, and so hormonal birth control keeps your period pretty regular. So I haven't lost my period, but being cold and being lethargic and all these other things are definitely things I can relate to. Now, I'm not trying to self-diagnose, but and I don't necessarily think that I have this, but just knowing that the range that I was in could cause me to have problems getting pregnant in the future should I remain at that weight or that body fat percentage, really encouraged me even more to go on this journey, because I don't want to have that issue in a few years when I decide to have a baby. Especially because it's something that I caused. It was the choices that I made when I thought I was being so healthy. And if my body's not healthy enough to carry a child, then clearly I'm doing something wrong. So at this point, I had, like I said, gained about those 5 pounds. And That's the other thing that's part of this journey. I, at one point, pretty recently, was weighing myself every single day. And if the scale went up by 2 pounds, maybe just because I had drank water all that morning, or I had just eaten lunch, it would like put me in such a spiral. So I've stopped weighing myself. I weigh myself about once a week now. And honestly, that desire to weigh myself has kind of gone away. Like right now, I think it's probably about time to weigh myself again. And I have no desire to, because that number, truly where I'm at now, and I've probably been doing this for 2 to 3 weeks, maybe closer to 3 weeks. Yeah. But that number doesn't define my health. It doesn't define my worth. And I genuinely can tell you, sitting here 3 weeks into this, I have no desire to step on the scale every day, or probably even every week. Technically, I'm supposed to weigh myself in 2 days if I'm keeping track. And I might not even do that, because I don't care about the number on the scale right now. Like, I can look in the mirror and see that my body looks great, and I can get up every morning and my body feels great. And maybe I'm 5 pounds heavier, maybe I'm 10 pounds heavier. It doesn't matter anymore to me. And that is such a freeing feeling. And I still have so much more work left to do on like developing a healthy relationship with food and with my body. But just knowing that is already showing progress to me, and just like makes me want to keep going. So yeah, last time I weighed myself, I was about 5 pounds heavier. And a lot of that probably is muscle. Like I said, I've been working out like crazy. Not like crazy, but I've been working out more and really like pushing my body. And that's okay with me. Like, that's okay. So the other thing is looking in the mirror, right? My body image, my body self. There is a point in time, and this is very difficult for me to admit, where I measured how skinny I was, how attractive I was, how healthy I was, based off of the bones that I can see and feel in my body, which, yes, sounds so disorderly, because it is so disorderly. And like I said, that's why it's so hard for me to like say that and put that on the internet. But like, I would do body checks every day of like, if I could feel like my bones on my shoulder, if I could feel my ribs on my chest, or my spine down my back, my pelvis bone, like, just got so ridiculous. And while I still find myself doing those checks every now and then, I'm stopping those when they happen. That is not what defines me being healthy. That's not what defines me being strong or beautiful or anything, is seeing my bones on my body. That is so arbitrary and ridiculous. So that is something that I've had to overcome. So looking in the mirror, I have good days and I have bad days. I'm not at a perfect place yet. That's what I'm hoping this journey can teach me. And some days I'm really okay with gaining some weight, and some days I'm really not. And again, that's why it's a journey. That's why we're all work in progress. And some days right now, I look at my body and I love the way my body looks physically more than I did when I was 5 pounds lighter. Because I have more muscle definition now. I'm still tiny and I look good. I look healthy now, right? And so some days I feel that, and then other days maybe I'm a little bit more bloated, or maybe I just like am hyper obsessing over the fat on my hips or whatever it is. And so I have bad days where I hate my body and I debate giving up on this journey. And I think from now that I've shared this with you guys, I might start vlogging a little bit more like in those moments, and then making update videos. If you guys want to see that, if you're interested in this with me, let me know, because this is my life right now. That's what I'm going through. But I think I'm going to try to start vlogging those in the moments, to share with you the raw process. Because it does, it's a struggle, and some days and other days it's great, and you just never know. So yeah, that's where I'm at with body image. The next thing I want to talk about is working out and my strength. So I've always been into fitness. I've always loved getting sweaty and exhausted from a workout. And so lately what I've been doing, if you guys follow my Instagram, today actually as I'm filming this, I had shared my new workout routine. I've been doing about 30 minutes of some form of cardio, whether that's just dance cardio. There's a lot of Disney dance videos that are out there right now with quarantine. So I've been doing a lot of those, or I'll be doing a 30-minute HIIT video. I've loved HIIT. EMK Fit, I think is what it's called. I could be wrong. I'll link her below as well, but she does a bunch of really fun, what she calls hip hop routine, dance videos. And it's like hip, but put to really fun musics, like theme genre type music. And so I've really been enjoying those. And so I've been loving HIIT for 30 minutes. So I'll do some form of cardio type of workout for about 30 minutes. And then I'll do some form of weight training for about 30 minutes, focusing one part of my body per day. So one day I'll do arms and legs and abs and, that sort of thing. And I've been loving it, obviously. I've seen some amazing results. I've seen muscle grow because I'm actually giving my body the fuel it needs to build muscle, like protein and micronutrients. So I've seen a lot more definition, which is amazing. I see more payoff for my workouts, which makes me want to work out more. So that's great. The other thing that I've seen is today specifically, which is why I wanted to make this video today, was the first day that I saw how my nutrition impacted my workouts. So most of the time when I work out, especially during my cardio portion, by the end of it, I'm like done. Like I'm dead. I want to quit, and everything like that. And I've had some days where it's a lot easier and it's great. But most of the time I'm dead. Well, today I had gotten up and I made Jason and I a really great breakfast. We had eggs, cheese, potatoes, onions, and like a hash bowl type of thing. And it was so good, so filling. Well-rounded, and I ate that, had my coffee, had my glass of water, and then I did my workout. And by the end of my 30-minute cardio section, my 30-minute HIIT section, I was like, oh my gosh, this feels great. Like I feel good. So I did another 30-minute HIIT. So I did an hour of HIIT today and then my 30-minute weight training. So the fact that I like literally doubled my workout, and this is the first day I've had breakfast and then worked out, but this was like the first day I saw like, okay, if I'm fueling my body every day consistently, not only am I able to get through my whole day and feeling good, but I'm able to get through like double my workout and still feel good. Now, by the end of the hour, I was pretty dead, but I felt good. And so that to me was like, okay, even if I'm say 20 pounds heavier, but I can do double the workout I was doing at 20 pounds lighter, then I'm healthier at this point. I'm healthier at that 20 pounds heavier if I can do double the workout, right? So that just made me feel like being smaller does not equal being healthier. And I can lift more weights now. I have more energy. I can run longer, like just all these physical things I can see. And it's amazing. It inspires me to keep going, and I can see the progress it's making in my body. And again, I might gain some more weight, and that's okay. I'm going to be okay with that, because being tinier does not equal being healthier. And at the end of the day, I want to be as healthy as I possibly can, because I want to take care of the body that God gave me, right? I want to live a long time. I want to treat this body well. It was a gift. So that's where I'm at. I hope that this video makes sense. I hope that I was able to spit out all the things that I'm thinking and feeling. It's a journey, it's a process. I think you guys just had a great glimpse into the chaos that is my brain through this whole thing. If you want more updates, if you want videos about the really hard things that I've gone through so far, and I probably will go through as I take this journey, I would love to share that with you, because honestly, this is something that I hope changes my life. I've been doing this for 3 weeks now, and I have seen such a big difference that I'm excited to give you guys an update in like a month from now and see where I'm at. So that is where we are. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that you check out the videos that I'm gonna link down below for some more information. Of course, again, not telling you guys you should do this. This is just what is working for me and what I've learned, and I hope to just give you sources to get your own information, to make your own decisions on what is healthiest and best for you. So that is where we are, guys, trying to live my best, well-balanced life. I'm gonna go finish this cup of coffee and probably do some schoolwork, and I will check in with you guys next time. Do you guys want to see Groody? I'm in a new setup. This is my guest room. We cleared it out probably a week ago at this point, but we cleared it out. So now I'm like, well, this is a cute little filming setup. I'm not opposed. If you guys like it, let me know. The only issue is I'm on like a smaller chair, so Groot can't get up here and like sit on my lap with me, but he's right over there in the corner. So let me go grab him for the outro because I know that's what y'all came here to see. Come. He was sleeping, so he's in a sleepy face, but all right. Say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, right? Subscribe for puppy kisses. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Bye, friends.